This is video 5 of the general overview for WinStar version 4. The features I'm going to cover in this video are only available in WinStar 4 Extended or Pro Suite. As mentioned in previous videos, some of these features will be recognized by those familiar with the WinStar Express version 3 and possibly older versions of WinStar Express. Starting on the Charts tab, the one new feature that is in here is the new local space wheel. Then everything in Tools, everything in 2 Charts, and the Output tab, the designer wheels. Those features are not available in version 4 Standard. Going back to the Charts tab now, I'll cover the local space wheel. The local space wheel is unique in that it not only does it give you the local space wheel, it also plots the directions towards various cities that you have selected. Cities are easily addable or subtracted from this particular chart wheel. For instance, everybody wants to go to Paris. You just right click the chart wheel, select local cities, you scroll down, and you can, if you've got Paris, France on there, if you don't, you can add it or subtract it. In this case, we'll just take it off and put it back in. It's at this spot right here. Okay. If we want to, we can put in nicknames for various cities, etc. if we want to. For instance, my home city right now is Big Rapids, Michigan. So we'll go ahead and select Big Rapids. We can change the nickname. BR is pretty common. We can also call it home. Check it off. There it is. From my birth location, here is the direction towards home, which is pretty close to straight north. Moving on, we have the Tools tab. We'll go over these one at a time. You have the aspect list. Okay. The aspect list is unique in that you can actually plot on top of the wheel various aspects. For instance, I can look at individual aspects and see where they are in the chart wheel. I can sort them by planet to planet, orb, aspect. Here's all the conjunctions, trines, squares, angle of separation, whether the aspect is applying or separating. Sort by planet. Here's all the aspects of the moon, the sun, Neptune, south node, etc. Do it by aspects. Here's all the conjunctions. Here's all the trines. Here's the sextiles. Do it by pattern. Here's the grand trine, a stellium, yod, etc. You can also plot aspects between rings. Here we have ring number 2, ring number 3. Here's a particular aspect. I'll move the window here so you can see it. There's Mars in the second ring, Sun in the third ring. It's a trine. It gives you the angle of separation, the actual angle here, etc. You can also ask it for a list of aspect history, when that aspect will occur again and when it has occurred in the past. You can also, if you like, change the current program date to that particular date. So we'll click here on set that to the current time. And as you notice, it's immediately recalculated. It is now says it is November 18, 2011. This is the date change box. This allows us to do animation. We need to go to a single wheel, to a bi wheel. Here we go. We'll set it to hours. and we'll tell it to animate. There we go. Stop the animation, go to returns. We can step through solar returns, step through lunar returns, we can step through lunations, we can go to a particular date, and we can also place planets on an angle. For instance, when the Sun and the MC, click on OK. In order to see that, we need to swap the charts, go back to a single wheel, and there's the Sun on the midheaven. It's right where it's supposed to be. Back in Tools, this is the time scan. We covered that, I believe, in video 1 or 2. Next, we have Around the Wheel. This allows us to find out when a planet is going to be making a conjunction with a particular point on the chart wheel, such as a house cusp or another planet. We can also look at it as via progress chart or directed chart. Here's the Midpoints tool. We can plot midpoints on a 360 dial. For instance, here we have the Sun. It's conjuncting the South Node. I don't actually have the South Node in this particular chart wheel, but if I did, that's where it would be. You can also look at various things such as where a particular midpoint is going to be. Here we have the midpoint for Sun and Uranus. We can do sort these either by the planet or by position. If we have a bi-tri quad wheel, we can also ask it for midpoints on a particular ring instead of just the natal chart. This is Michael Erlewine's Phase Charts tool. This gets rid of the concepts of zodiac and houses and just looks at the phase angle relationships between planets. This is the new Sinistry tool. It gives you various pieces of information, comparison between two charts that can be printed. There's a highlights, aspect grid, and aspect list. This is the Arabic parts tool. You can plot Arabic parts on the wheel. Here we go. There's the Arabic part for commerce. That only works with the natal chart in slot 1 because that's what Arabic parts are for. So there we go. There's commerce. There's the Sun. There's the Arabic part. And you can pick whichever Arabic part you are currently interested in. This is Michael Erlewine's Star Types tool. This gives you an interpretation. Depending upon the type of chart you're looking at, if it's a male, you get one interpretation, female another, and if it's event, something else. And finally, Planetary Hours. This is the same Planetary Hours list that is in the Astro Clock. In addition to what you have on the Astro Clock, this can also be printed, and you can also save this list to a file. If you want it for a different day or a different place, you can put that information in, and it'll recalculate it for you. Next, we have two charts. This tool can either display information about the same chart two different ways. This is the way it's set up right now. I can set the top wheel as an unequal wheel, the bottom one as a heliocentric wheel, and it'll give me information for both. Or I can change it to be a local space wheel. And again, cities can be turned on and turned off or renamed. I can also switch this so that I'm looking at two different people's charts. We'll take Adam again. We'll put him into slot 2. Now we're doing a comparison between December 23rd, 2010, that natal chart, and Adam's natal chart. And again, we can either look at them with the same format, or we can look at them with different formats, however which way around we'd like. Finally, in the output, this is the designer wheels. This is your top 12. You can buy more designer wheels and have them added to the list. I have multiple different ones installed. There is about 200 of these. So here I've got inspirational. This is not available. This is one of the ones you can buy. Go ahead and put that in. That's going to bring it up. It is generated as a PDF file, and I can go ahead and print this. I can take it to a copy shop and have it blown up to banner size. I can email this to someone, etc. There's a wide variety of different themes available. Check on our website for the different themes and to buy any additional sets that you might be interested in. This covers pretty much everything that you would need to know in all 5 videos for the WinStar version 4 general overview. If you have any sort of questions or anything, please feel free to give us a call or email at matrixsales@astrologysoftware.com or matrixsupport@astrologysoftware.com. Thank you very much for watching.